two pretty Vermilion girls. Long before everyone ever had a cell phone to capture photographs. In fact, before many persons ever dreamed of being able to have a camera to take pictures of anything at all, a Vermilion, Ohio village barber named Jacob Jake Abell, 1848-1934, had mastered the science of photography. And on what appears to have been a pleasant summer day in Vermilion, Ohio, captured this picture of his daughters, Ollie Rose, Wright, 1881-1946, and Hattie Delight, Left, 1882 to 1959, posing with their bicycle aside the family home on Washington Street. The home was on the west side of Washington, just a door or two north of Liberty Avenue in Vermilion. Their mother, Filipina, 1858-1931, is seated on the front porch behind them, absorbed in reading a newspaper, while a young neighbor girl sitting in the grass below the bike almost smiles for Jake's camera. The girls were likely in their very early teens when these shadows were captured, and of course, boys were the last things on their minds. It was a good day, forever frozen in time by Jake's camera. Jake was born in Vermilion with 2 L's in 1858. He was most certainly a bona fide Vermilionite. His wife, Filipina, the mother of the girls, was born in Indiana in 1859. Jake had grown up surrounded by all the old sailors, lake captains, ship carpenters, and shipbuilders in Vermilion Village, and no matter that life on the lakes didn't appeal to him, his knowledge of local history and the characters of those who lived therein was encyclopedic. In fact, many of the oldest photographs of the fledgling town exist to prove it. But back to the girls. The girls were smart, attractive, and popular. This photograph of the sisters with their friends in what appears to be their Sunday best along the fence by their home certainly underlines their popularity. And again, boys were the last thing on their minds. The sisters, as well as their friends, likely attended the schoolhouse that would later be referred to as the seminary. It was located in what later became known as Hanover Square, the southwest corner area of Ferry and Grand Streets. On June 2, 1898, both girls graduated from Vermilion's State Street School. It was a small class, about 7 persons. Commencement exercises were held at the Opera House, the Township Hall, at 8:00 p.m. And the years passed. Ollie married a Vermilion fisherman and sailor named George Nagley in 1902. He was born in 1880. Hattie, who taught school for a time, married a longtime friend, yet another sailor, in 1907, named George Rathbun. As most folks in the village well know, sailing the freshwater fields of the Great Lakes, whether on a lake carrier or a fish tug, can be a perilous business. In addition to that, but no less important, the life of a sailor also demands a good deal of time away from home. As a result, by 1920, both men, possibly persuaded by their wives, had quit the lakes. Rathbun had gone into the grocery business in a storefront on Liberty Avenue, and Nagley had gone into business with another local fella named Star Gardner in a meat market grocery store on Division Street. Eventually, George and Ollie had a family of 4: Larry, Sonny, John, Paul, and Pauline. When they came of age, Larry and Paul helped their father in the market. Ollie died in March of 1946. Her husband, George, passed away in 1957. Mr. Rathbun, as a young Hattie used to refer to him when they were courting, remained in the grocery business for the rest of his working life, over 30 years. He died in 1968. The couple had 2 sons, Robert Lattice, born in 1908, died in 1982, and Harold James, born in 1911, dying in 1996. Pretty Hattie took her leave of this world in 1945. Over the years, I have advised folks new to the Vermilion community to be careful what they say about others in town. This seeming ominous warning is really made in jest. It is made because once upon a time, Vermilion, Ohio, was a very small town. Everyone knew everyone. And in those early years, marriages took place between a few small families, and they became bigger families. In the case of Jake Abell, town barber and amateur photographer, there were added family names that are still quite recognizable in the area. Names like Rathbun, Nagley, Amon, and Jeffrey. Then there is Williams and Rossi and Ennis, and on and on and on. Well, friends, that's the story of but 2 pretty girls of a yesteryear in Vermilion. But never fear, there are and always will be many others.